Hey guys, really quick I'm going to do a review of my new air purifier. Basically, I've had allergies all my life, I've had breathing problems all my life, and my room gets a lot of dust because I have a lot of electronics, and electronics have fans, and they just tend to be really dusty things. Having a lot of electronics in one room could really make the room just super dusty. So I had to have something to combat that, and that's this. This is actually the second version of the air purifier that I've been using for a very long time because it's my favorite ever air purifier, and that's the BioGS. The original Rabbit Air BioGS over there. And when I heard that there's a second one coming out, I just had to get it because I just love this air purifier, and plus I think it was time to get a new one. So this is the Rabbit Air BioGS 2.0, and thanks for RabbitAir for sending it to me. So basically, this is literally, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, the best air purifier I've ever used. So I'm assuming it's probably the best because I've used a lot. I've used a lot of HEPA purifiers, and this has multiple filters in it. I'll explain that in a second. One of the things I like about this new air purifier is these lights don't stay on forever. Basically, after 5 minutes of it being idle, like it's not changing speeds or anything, or you're not changing any of the settings, these lights fade out just like that. It was perfect timing. So they don't always stay on. So if you're sleeping or something, you don't have lights glaring in the room. You only have one light telling you that the power's on, which is really cool. That's one of my favorite features about this already. Another one of my favorite features about this is how quiet the fan is. Even at highest fan speed, it's still pretty quiet. Here, I'll demonstrate that. So I just put it on full speed. It actually might amplify it a little bit in this microphone because this is a really high-end microphone. But that's the loudest it gets at high. And you don't generally put it at high. But a little cool little tidbit thing here. Apparently it says every hour, if the fan is on a high for an hour, it cleans the entire room's air 2 times, which is kind of cool. I'll go through each speed so you can hear the volume. By the way, I'm changing all the settings with this remote here. Alright, so this is 1 fan speed. You can't hear anything. There's air coming out though. I promise. Here's the 2nd fan speed. Still pretty much quiet. Again, it's probably amplifying it a little bit, but I can't really hear it. If I was over there, I wouldn't hear it at all. Here's 3. Still relatively silent. 4. Now you can kind of hear it, but it's not annoying. I mean, it's actually kind of a relaxing sound, to be honest. And then, again, full speed. So, I'm going to open this up so you can see the inside of it. And I'll explain some things. You'll notice as I take this off, the fan will turn off because I guess it's a child-proof feature. When you take it off, you can see what all the lights are. The top one is air quality, the next one is fan speed, and that's what I was changing with the remote here. The third one is the automatic mode, so you could choose the sensitivity level, and I could change that with this button here. Next one is the sleep timer. I don't use that, but I'm sure that'd be helpful. And finally, negative ions, which is one of my favorite features of this. Turning negative ions on, I guess it releases negative ions into the air, which if you do a little research on negative ions, you'll find that there's many health benefits to it. First of all, it just makes it easier to breathe, apparently. And second, it supposedly makes you happy. It's something that I guess if you go to the beach, I think if you go to a campfire, that's mainly where you get a lot of negative ions, and you'll notice in those situations you're happier than usual, and it's because negative ions just increase your mood, and that's really cool because I mean when we're here recording and stuff, we'd like to be happy. And again, going back to the air quality, this actually has sensors in it. It senses the air quality, and as the air quality gets worse and this goes higher, it increases the fan speed so it can clean it faster. And it's really cool because it just does it automatically, and you could choose the sensitivity again and how sensitive it is in your air quality just by changing this or turning this up. Here we have the filter life indicator. It tells you how soon you're going to need to change your filters, which is really cool. Obviously I have brand new filters in here, and that's pretty much it. Aside from changing the settings with the buttons on the remote, I could also change the settings by pressing this. And see, it's changing the dot, and whatever one I stop at is where it'll set. So I just put the fan on high, and then it'll lock in, and the fan will go on high. Obviously I want the fan off, put it on 1, and when it locks in it'll go to 1. Just a 1 button thing, or you could obviously just use the remote and do it really quickly. And obviously this is the auto mode Now it's on 3, it's the highest setting for auto mode, so it's going to sense the air, and apparently the air is clean right now, but it might take a few seconds and it'll jump up, because right now it's sensing the quality of the air. So I'm going to take this off again real quick. Again, safety filter, safety feature, fans off. Alright, this right here is the pre-filter. You could clean this yourself. You take this off and it holds both the charcoal filter and the HEPA filter in there. And the charcoal filter is actually, I mean, it kind of collects dust a little bit, as you can see, so it sort of works as a filter, but that's mainly what the HEPA filter does. It's supposed to clean the air and sort of sanitize it and make it smell better, from what I understand. And that's really cool. You'll actually notice when you turn this on for the first time in a room that doesn't have something else with a similar filter in it, when you turn it on for the first time, the air almost instantly smells better. It's kind of a weird thing. I notice it every time, even with that one. So I'm going to take this one off. So this is what the charcoal filter looks like. Obviously the pre-filter just collects big chunks of dust, and it already is collecting chunks of dust. And then here we have the HEPA filter, which is just a standard HEPA filter, and I feel like it's a really cool process that it goes from a pre-filter to the charcoal filter to the HEPA filter. Based on 12 hours of operation a day, the filters are supposed to last up to 3 years, and this one lasts forever because you just wash this yourself, and then you could just replace the filters. And you could actually, sometimes I vacuum it out. That's how this works, and obviously under that you have the super quiet fan motor thing. Alright, so I'm going to put these back on, which is really easy. Put it there, and you just snap this back in. Now I'm going to turn her on, put it on full auto mode, and turn on the negative ions because I want to be happy. Now this is the 550 square feet model because I have a small room, but they also have a 625 square foot model, so if your room's a little bigger, get that one. They have a 5-year warranty on all parts and labor. Overall, it's just a really nice air purifier, so check it out if you like it. I definitely like it. Hopefully you like this review, and if there's a third version, I'll obviously get that one and do a review of that one, so make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.